Hello. I have a funny story to tell. I have always been fascinated by hair. It actually has been the thing that for me when I'm feeling stuck or I just need an immediate change, my hair changes. My mom used to hate the sound of the clippers because she knew I was shaving my head. I have the earliest memory of hair was, I think my mom said I was about three years old. And I remember glimpses of it, watching her cut in the mirror a piece of hair that was kind of sticking out from her hairdo. And just watching as there was no pain, and it just came off. And then she was happy, and that was it. And I'm sure she put them away, and she probably didn't even realize I was watching with fascination. But I was very curious and decided to cut my own hair. Now, I had really pretty curls in my hair at the time, and I cut it all off, at least in the front from what I can see. And so I cut all my bangs off. I probably had nothing there. And I remember my mom's reaction, and she heard me quiet, as parents can relate to this. I was too quiet. And she said, Rosie, what are you doing? And I said, cutting my hair. And she said, oh, and then what? And she came in and she started laughing. And I think that reaction of being lighthearted about it was what I needed to continue to be creative with my hair. She cut the rest off so that it was somewhat even, and she was like making light of it. So when we picked up my older brothers and sisters from school, she like had me get out and show them what I did, and I was really happy and a big smile. And my older sister Pat was not so happy, as she must have been like 9 years old, and I think I was like her doll, and she would brush my hair. So that was my earliest memory with hair. And if some of you know, I'm actually a licensed hairdresser. I'm not behind the chair. I haven't been since Lucas was born, over 15 years now. But that is still always something that I do, even today. Like, I'm not afraid to experiment with hair, because like our hair and nails, it's the one part of us that we notice that grows back. We can make a mistake and it'll grow back. We can be patient and see if we got a haircut that was maybe not one that we really liked. In a couple days, it's gonna grow into a little bit more of a manageable do, or we figure it out. I've definitely cut my kids' hair, really cute haircuts, but they weren't feeling it. They didn't know how to work with it. And they, hated me, I'm sure, for at least the week until they were able to, either they got a compliment, they learned how to work with it, or both. And, or of course, then after it grew out, months later, they would see that it was trendy, and then appreciate it later, maybe. But why I bring this up is because there's parts of us that we can see that mistakes are not that big of a deal. It might feel devastating at the time, but it's okay. We grow into it, or it grows back, or we can fix it somehow, even if it's with time that the thing grows. We grow into it, or the thing grows. And we don't do that with some areas in our life that we can't see that happens with. And it might be business, personal growth, just stepping into something. So what is something that you can find that maybe you are trying something new? It might feel uncomfortable. Maybe you need to cut something off. Maybe you need to see that immediate change. And with the confidence that you can have fun and be creative about it, and it's okay. You are learning and experimenting, and that thing may never come back in that way, but you will learn. It's not permanent. And if something is meant to no longer be there, then can you embrace that creative side of you, that lighthearted side, that it's okay, everything's okay. It might not feel comfortable right now, and you may actually despise what's going on, but we're always held, we're always nurtured, and there is somebody who can help you in your life. Whether it's like a good hairdresser that helps you style it, teaches you to use what you already have, not just want a haircut that is not appropriate to your hair texture, your face shape, and even how you can style your hair. So that's how, it's kind of funny. That's how I approach everything, especially my holding space for others. As a hairdresser, somebody might come in and they might have seen my crazy hairdo, and that was enough for them to feel daring, is that I was their hairdresser. And others, it was that they were ready for me to push their boundaries. And others came in that sometimes, you know, it was like me, it's gonna grow back, just do whatever, let's have fun. And that is my approach for coaching, is I meet you where you're at. And if that means just pushing your boundary because you're with me and you know that I can be creative and I will push myself, that's enough. That is enough. And if you're ready for the next push, I will tap into that and help you do that. So if you are ready to dig deeper, work more with me, then I have so many things available, from free things like podcasts and these little videos here on social media. If you're ready to do more group settings, then the circles, the Mystic Rose circles that I've created, I've opened that up for everybody. Yes, predominantly it's women, but I think it's also important for men who feel called to hold that within themselves too, the femininity, and also for women to nurture that sacred masculine within us that is often ignored or maybe leaned into a little bit too much. So finding that rhythm in the balance. And then I have a new group coaching program. It's a 2-day intensive, and it's looking at your blueprint, and it's using different ancient wisdom of astrology. One is 9-star key, which comes from the I Ching, so it's Eastern, and then the other is the Western astrology base, and comparing the two and seeing how just having a roadmap kind of helps you lean into a little bit more of yourself and find some of the spots that maybe you tend to not realize about yourself that can be unfolded. So it's not about this being a religion or something that you need to be afraid of or dictates your life. We are, whether we admit it or not, we are nature, we are of the earth, we are earthlings, we are dictated by the circadian rhythm, by the moon. Planets affect us, and it's a great way to have fun and be creative about your life's blueprint. So I hope you can join me in any of those aspects. And of course, if you really are ready to go deeper, then I do have one-on-one sessions, and I am using a lot of old techniques that have been proven to work and currently what I'm really leaning to is the hypnosis. So if you're curious, then message me, check out my website, do both, and have an amazing creative day.